Hi, everyone, and welcome to the Grants Office part of the Apsa week of this mandate 2021-2022. I am Katja, and I'm currently the Grants Coordinator, and here with me is Dunja. You can
Hi.
say, yes, and she is one of the responsibles, and today we are very thrilled to be presenting to you our Grants Office. So our Grants Office currently consists of 3 positions and we have 5 members. As I said, I'm the Grants Coordinator and we also have a Grants Responsible and a Grants Team Member. We currently have 3 Grants Responsibles, 1 Team Member and 1 Coordinator. And the whole purpose of our office is that we are basically in charge of researching and applying for grants from different corporations, organizations, foundations, and external. But most commonly, we have been working with EYF and Erasmus. And by researching for grants, our main purpose is to lower the fees of our events and also include some scholarships, which makes our events more diverse and more inclusive.
How would we describe our team in 3 words? Well, I couldn't put only 3 words to describe our team because we went through many ups and downs until this point of mandate. But I will believe that what we have experienced made our team more functional and coherent. So we would describe our team as diligent and thorough, supportive and encouraging, and also inclusive. Inclusive because we went through some changes in team and we still managed to have good cooperation with everyone and to have understanding about difficulties that each team member has. Also working in grants is actually very creative. You have to gather all the information and find best solution, you gather all the information about projects and find best solution for interpret that project in like few thousands of characters. So yeah, you can go to the next slide.
Okay, now it's working. As I said, we have 3 positions. The first one is my position, so the position of coordinator. My job is basically that I oversee the whole grants office. I make a timeline and an action plan at the start of the mandate, where I put in every grant and every deadline that we have to follow. So this is extremely important because we cannot be late for the grants. Then obviously I'm coordinating and overseeing the work of the grants office and each of the team members. And I also help them if they need any help. And obviously I am providing regular updates on our office's work to the board and the rest of the working community.
Yes, as we said, I'm Dunja and I'm the coordinator, and currently we have 3 responsibles. I'm sorry. Okay, 3 responsibles. I'm the responsible one. Larissa and Helena also. I'm sorry about the spelling mistake. Our main task is to learn about the awarded grants, to manage grants that are awarded to EFPSA, and to coordinate the grants application process, and to write the grant proposals.
And last but not least, we have another Katja in our team, and she is currently the team member. Her main task is that she is helping the rest of the team with our grants applications, which means that in this position, the person usually writes tags that are needed for the grants application. This year, the team member will also be overseeing the application for a Charlemagne Prize. And also researching for new grants opportunities that we can apply for besides EYF and Erasmus.
Yes, and what we have accomplished so far, we actually applied for EYF grant, international activity grant that's we actually asked for money for Congress and for funds for Congress. So we hope we will get that grant to lower fees and actually to cover some costs that are really expensive in Cyprus. We collaborated with other offices, especially with the Congress Orcom, and we also had a productive weekend in Zagreb, some of us, and also we held many monthly meetings online.
So this is what we have achieved in the past 4 months, but what's coming up until the rest of the mandate? The first thing is that we will be applying for Erasmus grant, which we will be applying in the next 2 months. So this will be our main focus. Then, as I mentioned, me and Katja, the team member, will be researching new grants applications. And we will also have a task force that will be consisting of our member representatives. We will also attend the executive board and member representatives meeting in Malta in a few weeks, where we are hoping to get a start on all of the previous mentioned projects. And then later in the mandate, so around December to January, we will be applying for Charlemagne Prize with our conference and research summer school that already happened or will happen by that time.
And here's some pictures that we have from our mandate. This on the left is from Zagreb, and others are from online meetings we mostly had. Yeah.
So this is the end of our short but informative presentation. You can see my email address here, so grants@efsa.org, where you can get in touch with me if you have an opportunity to collaborate or if you want to collaborate with us on a grant application. But we do not have our own Instagram or Facebook pages, so we suggest that you just follow EFPSA. If you have any questions, we are happy to listen and answer them.
I can ask the first one, answer the first one. How can individuals and member organizations benefit from this team's work? It's first very creative. Firstly, very creative work. Then you can learn how to write grants and what is important when you write grants. And then you can apply that knowledge later in life when you like apply for a job and or you volunteer in another NGO. You can apply this knowledge also. I don't know. Currently, I'm doing some help in research center in Serbia. And they are also writing grants for projects for research. So, for example, you can apply this knowledge to earn some funds for your future studies. This is what I can think of.
I can add something more. So at the start of this mandate, we became aware of the grant called Pilot Activity, which is not an international grant, but a national grant. So you have to apply with it as a country. So EFSA is not eligible for it. And when we found out about this grant, we forwarded it to our member organizations and our member representatives and the rest of our executive board, so they can share it with their member organizations. So they, as a member organization, can actually apply for the grant with the project that they have. They can also apply with one of our projects for that grant because it works that it can be like a re-applicated project. And this gives them more opportunity to get a bigger reach because they get financial support for that project. And for other organizations, we are currently researching some grants where we can collaborate with other organizations. So it wouldn't be just European Federation of Psychology students, but maybe also from medical or something like that. Then I can answer the question number 2 that just came up, which is how does your team embody diversity? So our team, like I said, we have 5 members, but we are all from similar countries. So me and Katja are from Slovenia, then we have Dunja from Serbia, and Larissa and Helena are from Croatia. So we are not really diverse group, but we still are, because at least we're not all from one country. And in general, by our collaborations, we work with many other people also in regards to EYF. Diversity is very important to them, so we are trying to include diversity in every application that we write. And I think that's mainly it. Yes.
I can answer the third question, but just to be noted, once we were in the same country.
Yes.
What is the best part of being in Grant's office? Well, I would say it's great to be in a very supportive team where, like, when you have something else on your mind, or like that's not EFPSA, you can always like count on your teammates. And also about the EFPSA work, we cover for each other, so it's like a very helpful environment where you can grow. So I think it's the most important part of that. Like for your pet to get to know other people who are not from your country, and to make friends and colleagues from all over the world, so you can learn more and I don't know, spread your knowledge and gather some new experiences.
Yes, maybe I can also add my best part of being in this office is definitely that we get along so great, and that I mean, it can be hard work, because when you work with grants, it's like a roller coaster. So you are either on a high, writing the application and preparing for it to be sent, and then you are just hoping and praying that your application get accepted. But at that point, after like 2 months of work that we put in the EYF application for international activity, me and Dunja then submitted the grant, and it was like the biggest high of my life. You just feel, oh my God, we did this, like this is amazing. So definitely that. For other benefits of this is that you get to know all of EFPSA, because for structural grants that we are applying to, you need to know about every event that is happening, about what every team is doing. So even our services, as well as our offices, all of our events. So we have like an overview of what is happening in each team, what are they planning, and we are hoping to execute that with the financial support. And then this kind of relates to the question that we just got, that was how do you work with other areas of EFPSA? So if this question is related to the teams and other services, in the past, for example, the grants office applied for EYF grant called to work plan, and we applied for our training events like train advanced trainers and train the trainers. And we also collaborated with Social Impact Initiative, mainly with the campaigns Mind the Mind and Better Together. And then we got the grant, which was amazing. And then we could financially support our volunteers by spreading the word about stigmatization or discrimination, depending on the project. So I would say that's how we mainly work with others. If you have any more questions, we are again and still happy to receive them. Okay, so if there are no any more questions, this is it from our office. As I said previously, if you want to get in touch with us, you can see my email here, grants@apsa.org. And thank you all for joining us today. I wish you a wonderful rest of the day.
Thank you, guys.
And tomorrow we continue the Apsa week with Apsa office at 6 and training office at 7. So hopefully see you there.